Hey there everybody, welcome back to the 4-String Strum on the channel. It's all about ukuleles. As usual, today I'm going to be playing my banjo ukulele, but you of course can play this on whatever kind of ukulele you've got. Today we're going to be jumping in with our very cool old song, and it's called Cocaine Blues, and the origins of it are kind of mixed and all over the place. But anyway, this is the version that I've heard Billy Strings do. There's a Johnny Cash version, there's a jug band version, there's all kinds of different ones out there. But it's kind of a fun little thing to do with a little bit of picking and grinning here, so let's dive in. Tell it to me, drink on liquor, let the cocaine be. Hey, buddy, let the cocaine be. One more time, Tim. Alright, so let's start off with the chords. Now today what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the dreaded B flat. So, hang on to your hat here. But I'm going to show you a couple little tricks that we can do with B flat. So don't get too wound up if that's a sore spot for you. Alright, so it starts with C. Sniffing that cocaine all over town. It goes to the B flat. Honey, don't let my deal go down. Goes up to C. Hey, buddy, let the cocaine be. And goes back to F. It was made for horses, not for men. Goes back to B flat. Doc says it'll kill you, but I don't know when. Up to C. Hey, buddy, let the cocaine be. And back to F. Now, the entire song is played like this. Again, it's one of these ones where the chorus is the same as the verse. So that just repeats all the way through. All right, let's take a look at some strumming now. All right, so for strumming, let's take a look. We can do our... This is a nice one, again, for your paintbrush strum, nice and simple. If you're new here, where have you been? It goes like this, is you just hit it with your thumb on the top string, on your G string, and then you brush it down. It'll work with high G or low G, doesn't really matter, just like that. So you're working your thumb and your finger. And this will lead to other strums. Again, if you've been around for a while, you know we got all kinds of fun and fancy little strums that we do here on this channel. But this is a nice one to do for this. You can get a kind of little bit of a bebop thing going on. And let me just do a little sound sample with that. And then I'll show you how you can fancy it just a little bit, okay? So... Buddy, let the cocaine be. So it works nicely, right? Pretty simple, straightforward little kind of a strum. Now, if you want to just take it up a little bit of a notch here, without changing anything on the right hand, you can start to do what I call like a chord pump. So basically, you're just kind of squeeze and release kind of a thing. Now your fingers don't come all the way off, so it's not a full bounce. It's just a little bit of a pump. And what that does is it kind of deadens the strings and it gives you a nice little sort of a chuck sound like this. Hear it? It kind of deadens the sound. All right. Give that a whirl. All right, now let's just get into that evil B flat chord. I'm going to give you a couple little tricks, little techniques, little things to add to the toolbox so that you can work that one through. All right, let's look at that now. All right, so just so you know, back when I was first learning, B flat was a bit of a killer. Now, I learned to play ukulele when I was little, but I also learned to play guitar. And on guitar, this is called the F chord, and we won't go into why. But that's an F, okay, on a guitar. And yeah, it nearly made me quit playing. And I remember I was, I don't know, maybe about 9 years old or something. And I remember I'm going to get this. And I sat in my bedroom and sat on the bed, and I just worked that. And it was never perfect. But it got to the point where I could play it. All right. So the trick with this chord is, and why it makes it a little bit difficult is obviously this finger kind of lays down, and then these ones have to stand up. right? So you need to arch these two fingers so they're not hitting the other strings, but you need to lay this one down. So that's a little bit of a weird thing, okay, for a lot of people. It takes a little bit of extra strength because this kind of borders on a bar chord. Okay, so how you can help yourself here. So there's a couple things you can do. Number one is, if you want, try getting your thumb right in behind like that, okay? And it'll give you sometimes a little bit of an extra squeeze factor that you can work in there, okay? If your hand isn't maybe quite as strong, or it's not as strong in other positions, get that thumb in behind there and give it a good grip, okay? Don't kill it though. Like, don't hurt your hand or tire yourself out. It only needs to be strong enough in order to get the strings to ring. Okay? Now, one of the things with this chord is, again, folks, you're covering all 4 strings. And when you do that, quite often, you don't get the same sort of a ringing sound as you do when you have a lot of open strings. Like when I did that little chord pump thing there a minute ago, you could hear, not bad, but you could still hear a little bit of ringing because I got 2 strings open, right? When I went to the B flat, it's much better for doing that sound. You can get that chuck sound because you don't have that same sort of sustain, okay? And that's normal. So don't mark yourself down on that necessarily. That can, okay, that's not, if you really squeeze it, can you get it to ring perfectly? Yeah. But it's not uncommon to not get it to ring as well as, say, your C chord. Okay? Because all those strings are just wide open. Okay? So cut yourself a little bit of slack there. All right, so that's, again, so you've tried that. Now, the other thing is you're going to see sometimes where I play like this, and my thumb is up high. Now, this might not be the recommended thing in textbooks and stuff, but folks, don't be afraid to try this. Okay? You might find that your hand is a little bit stronger and it's more comfortable for you this way. So don't be afraid of that, right? Get the heel of your thumb up here and give it a good squeeze and just feel which one works better for you. Okay? Now, the other thing that you're going to find here is that one might work better depending on what the next chord is, because you have to transition. Okay? So your wrist rotation is really, really key when it comes to, well, this chord and any chord really, right? But you can see here how my wrist is rotated more this way, not back here. So if you're, if you're coming from your F chord or whatever, but your wrist is too far back up this way, your fingers are naturally going to lay down. So check where your wrist is. Get it pulled forward more so that your baby finger knuckle kind of thing is up closer to the fretboard here, up by the 5th fret. So try that out too. Okay, now, those are kind of your key little things here, and I'll kind of add a little bit more as we go along here. All right, let's talk now about some of the chord melody stuff, how you can start to do some hammer-ons and you can start to pull a nice little instrumental out of this. Okay, let's look at that. All right, so again, you heard just a little clip there of how it goes. So let's try this. So when you start off to do the instrumental part, here's what I'm doing. I'm hitting that top string, and then I'm dropping my my second finger down here at the 2nd fret on the G string. Just like that. And then I go down here to the 3rd fret on the 1st string. And I do 2 strums. So break it down, folks. This is the way that we do it, right? You climb up that ladder, you get to this rung, go back down again, climb back up. Do that a couple times. Make sure you got it set. Now, if you want, you can go all the way up here to the 5th fret. Now, you'll notice, again, remember I talked about the hand rotation, the wrist rotation thing? So here, watch. you see my wrist rotates up, right? Because I got to reach for this 5th fret. If my hand is here, it makes it almost impossible. I can't reach it, right? So you got to get your wrist up, right? And then it comes back because I'm getting ready to play my B flat chord. So it's on and on like that at the 5th fret. Okay, now I'm going to show you a way to do it without that as well. Then we're going to go to the B flat. So get your B flat in place, and what I want you to do is just take your baby finger here and get it hammering on at the 3rd fret on the 2nd string. Just get that. So it's 2nd string, 3rd string with your thumb. Get that piece down. All right, let's climb back down the ladder and start from the 1st rung again. Now we're going to slide up to the C chord. So here what we're going to do is we're going to use our thumb on the 2nd string, and then we're going to drop our finger on the 2nd time through at the 2nd string on the 3rd fret. So we do it once, open, and then once at the 3rd fret on the 2nd string. Now you can do that with a paintbrush drum, so it's thumb and brush. Or you can also throw a sledgehammer strum in there. And the sledgehammer basically is just, you're coming back up with the thumb. See how my thumb's coming back up? So it's not just thumb and brush, it's thumb, brush, up. You flick up. Can you use your finger instead of your thumb? Sure you can, but trust me on this, learn to do it with your thumb, because later on you're going to need to use both your thumb and your finger going up and going down. But knock yourself out. Okay, so back to the 1st rung. Okay, so we got that so far. Now, you're going to want to run this up to the F. So it's... Okay, so back to the C. So it's just on the 3rd string with your thumb, open, then at the 2nd fret, open, then we play our F. And again. Okay, now if you want to run it down and do a little bit of a turnaround back to the C like this. You can do that too. It's a nice little extra fancy, right? So you just go... And then to do the turnaround part, 2nd fret on the 3rd string, 1st fret on the 3rd string, and then open on the 3rd string, which is your C string, and then you can play a C chord. One more time. All right, let's go back down to the bottom of the ladder, climb back up. Here we go. and then you go back to your F, and it's the same thing again the second time through. And now if you want to do a little bit of a turnaround to get you back started onto the next verse of the chorus, you just do that second fret at the third string. Second string open, and then you go back to your F. Okay, so again, third string open, third string second fret, second string open, then you go back to your F. All right, let me show you one more cool little thing that you can do. Actually, two more cool things. And then we'll play the song through. All right, here we go. Okay, so you can do it this way too. So if you wanted to kind of simplify it just a little bit and not worry about this fifth fret thing here where you're doing the hammer on at the beginning. If you want to skip that, here's a way to do it. So all you're doing is you're getting that third finger, the third fret on the first string. Then you lift it, get that open first string ringing. Then you go to the second string. Then you go to the first string again. Then you go right to the B flat. Okay, boom, boom, boom. All right, so that's one thing that you can do to simplify it down. The other thing that you could do there to simplify it down is skip that run up to the F. And skip the run down from the F for the little turnaround back to the C if you want to. So you don't have to throw all these hammer-ons in. You'll see when I play this through, when I'm singing, I don't do all of these hammer-ons at that time. I only do them when it's the time for the instrumental. Okay, so it still works. I just don't want my voice competing with the banjo ukulele. Okay, when I'm singing, it's about the voice. When I'm not singing, it's about the instrument. So I'll throw a little bit more fanciness in. So pick your level that you're at and that you're comfortable with. Push yourself up one extra rung on the ladder if you can, right? But once you start, that rung starts to break and you're falling off the ladder, okay, that's the part where you know you need to go up and down the ladder a few times, rebuild that rung again. We keep talking about this. Then do that next one, okay? But don't kill yourself falling off the ladder if you catch my drift. All right, so another cool little thing you can do here is when you go to the B flat, you can run it up, okay? You can do a little bit of a slide here. Again. Again, one more time. So all I'm doing is I'm lifting the B flat off, and then I go from the second fret on the third string with my second finger up to the third fret with my second finger, and then I go to my C chord. One more time. All right, so that's one way you can do that little sliding thing. It adds a real nice little element to it. The other thing that you can do, if you want to mess with the B flat a little bit more, this is a movable chord shape. Because you're covering all four strings, what happens to one string happens to all of them as you slide it up and down, right? So it can be used as a B flat, it can be used as a B, and it can be used as a C actually. All right, so let me just play it through here. Sniffing that cocaine all over town. so if you want to really work this shape, okay, and get it down, and it gives you that nice little chuck kind of a sound, right? It doesn't give you as much sustain, so you might not want to do it all the time. But it's one of those things that you can throw it in this time, you can throw it in that time if you want to. If somebody else is doing a little bit of fancy picking, whatever, and you're being relied on a little bit more for the rhythm, it has that mandolinish kind of a chuck, chuck, chuck kind of a sound in the background. Okay, so it's a nice little tool to add to your toolbox. Okay, and on that one you can see I've got my thumb behind. And I'm just kind of pumping it. Okay, and that's where the negative of this chord, where if you think you're not going to get quite as much sustain, can actually be a positive. Okay, so don't worry about that too much, but don't avoid this chord because it's a good one to help you build your hand strength, etc. But if it's not perfect, don't worry about it. All right, it'll come over time. Just keep working at it. All right, let's have a little playthrough with the song now. Now we're going to play it through, not super speed, but again, folks, in one of the corners of the screen here, there's a little gear thing. Don't forget, you can click on that. That's your settings, and you can go in and you can slow this down a little bit, like down to 75%. Get all the little tricks and techniques down that you want to, and then you can put it back up to full speed when you're ready to go. All right, let's play it through. All right, folks, again, just if I can ask you before we get into the song, hit that like, hit that subscribe button. It really helps me out. If you're enjoying the content that I'm putting out here every week, I'd really appreciate it. It gets these videos out to more people. Gets more people talking about my brand new Kelly Banjo Ukuleles as well. Sales are going really, really well. The Dukes are flying out the door as well. Get your orders in, folks. I'm not trying to be the pressure guy. I'm just saying, I hate to almost say this, but Christmas is coming, right? So if you want to get in on it, let's get you in the lineup. I'm working here day and night, getting these things set up and shipped out. We're shipping them all over the world. So some really good deals right now. These are running around 150 US. They're in Canadian dollars, which is 199 Canadian, which depending on the time. And the Dukes are sitting at about $429 with the hard shell case and the pickup and everything ready to roll. These ones come with the gig bag. So some really good deals happening there. Check it out. I'll put a link down in the description for you. And now it's time to play the tune. Let's get after that. Sniffing that cocaine all over town, honey, don't let my deal go down. Hey, buddy, let the cocaine be. It was made for horses, not for men. Doc says it'll kill you, but I don't know when. Hey, buddy, let the cocaine be. Tell it to me, tell it to me. Drink on liquor, let the cocaine be. Hey, buddy, let the cocaine be. Yeah, tell it to me, tell it to me. Drink on liquor, let the cocaine be. Hey, buddy, let the cocaine be. Well, I'm walking up the field, strutting down Main, trying to find a nickel for to buy cocaine. Hey, buddy, let the cocaine be. Run out your nose or eyes turn red. Goddamn cocaine will kill you dead. Hey, buddy, let the cocaine be. Tell it to me, tell it to me. Drink on liquor, let the cocaine be. Hey, hey, honey, let the cocaine be. Yeah, tell it to me, tell it to me. Drink on liquor, let the cocaine be. Hey, hey, buddy, let the cocaine be. hit cocaine just like snuff. Hey, buddy, let the cocaine be. Tell it to me, drink on liquor, let the cocaine be. Hey, buddy, let the cocaine be. Tell it to me, drink on liquor, let the cocaine be. Hey, buddy, let the cocaine be. One more time for you. All right, folks, that's a lot of fun, that tune. And it's kind of one of those ones that's not normal that you'd hear on a banjo ukulele, I don't think, which to me is part of the fun, right? Is to kind of expand our thinking about what banjo ukulele is great for. And for me, it's awesome for these old style kind of folk tunes, and whether it's bluegrass or country or this sort of bluesy kind of a thing. Lots of fun. Folks, don't forget, check out our other videos here. I got all kinds of them for you. There's a banjo ukulele playlist. I got all kinds of different playlists depending on what you're into. So make sure to check that out. And as always, till we see you next time, keep smiling, keep strumming, and have fun. Bye for now.